He's having this conversation earlier, and the gentleman asked me, when are we going to change the rule and have it the same as regular season when we hot clock 30-point leads? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because I don't want to take away from the moments that you'll see the girls that came off the bench for St. James and got their moment, you know, even though they were ahead. And also the kids that are behind getting to come in and just taste how great this tournament for St. James and got their moment, you know, even though they were ahead. And also the kids that are behind getting to come in and just taste how great this tournament is, get on the floor, feel the lights, feel the crowd. You know, this thing is about the kids, and the longer we can keep them.
Bartons, the Caitlin Mitchells, you know, they're the stars, but every player on that roster, on both rosters, they work hard. They go to practice. They help the starters get better. So to see them have their moments, and we saw plenty of them for St. James, and the reaction of the crowd, every time one of those players came off the bench and scored, you would have thought they just hit the game-winning shot. And that's a huge part of what this is all about.
It's a very close-knit school, St. James is. Spent some time there back when I lived in that part of the state, and just the work ethic that Coach Katie Barton has put into that entire program. It's been coming for a while, and we saw today that there was just not anybody in 3A that was a match for the St. James Saints.
And we're just halfway home here on Championship Friday at Legacy Arena in Birmingham. We've got 3 more games to be decided, 3 more of these blue maps to be earned and cherished. Coming up next, the 3A Boys Championship game. And I will eat your hat if this game isn't competitive into the fourth quarter. Southside-Selma against defending champion Montgomery Academy. I expect a competitive game for 4 quarters. You going to go against me? Or you going to lift me up here?
This is one of the sneaky favorites of mine, and I think you're going to see a lot of physicality. I think you're going to see a lot of athleticism. These teams are going to mix it up with each other, and you got to think about this. This is one of those public versus private things, and those Selma guys, nobody thought they would really be here playing, and they upset Whitesburg Christian. They believe, they're physical, they've got pieces, they really get after the glass. But Montgomery Academy, with Gordon in the lead, they've also got some guys who can compete on that glass, and athletically, we'll see if Coach Arant can draw something up to get his team to another chip.
They can be, Montgomery Academy that is, the first defending champion to go back-to-back at this event. We've seen others go down in the semifinals.
We have, and we had an inordinate amount of champs come back this year compared to usual. And we saw it in the semifinals, a couple go down early, maybe overlooking a little bit, thinking you're going to go ahead and get to the finals. It goes to that point, partner, and it's such an accomplishment to get back after you've won it to the final game to try to have that goal accomplished again. It's very difficult to win them, and when you get back, it says something about the state of where your talent and where your program is.
Watch the dynamic duo from Southside-Selma, Armari Towns, the tight end, who's going to play at Purdue. That tells you something about his athleticism. And his running mate on the outside, Caden Moody. You want to see a point guard shoot a moon ball? When he shoots the threes, they scrape the roof. Then they usually touch the bottom of the net. Certainly did in the semifinals.
Yeah, we talked about the rotation on his shot. Young kids out there, as long as it's going in, it don't matter what it looks like. I'm anxious to see how this game starts. I think this is going to be a furious start. I can't wait for this one.
All right. It's going to be fast and furious, Bart Height said. I believe him. You'll find out next here on Alabama Public Television.
Tonight at 10 on Alabama Public Television.
There's power in the simplest of actions, like one neighbor helping another, where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything to the electric cooperatives of Alabama, And we're grateful for your trust to provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on. Your Alabama Electric Cooperatives, empowering lives, empowering communities.
Across Alabama's 465 cities and towns, our local neighbors are hard at work building a brighter future for all of us. They might be first responders keeping us safe from danger, or business owners getting ready to open up shop. No matter their job or yours, the 5 million people that make up our sweet home all depend on local government, and local government depends on you. Get involved with the Live Locally Alabama campaign today.
I'm pretty sure when you took the test for this, you weren't doing all of that. You know, you're going to need this when they pull you over. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. If you haven't got the message by now that speeding is dangerous, don't worry. There are plenty of these guys out here who will make sure you do. Somebody's about to get educated. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it.
Welcome to Alabama Public Television's live coverage of the State High School Basketball Championships. It's great to see the best of the best in Alabama play ball, and it's available around the state here on APT thanks to the generosity of our sponsors and the financial support of viewers like you. Please call 1-800-239-4000 or give online at aptv.org to support children's programs, music, drama, how-tos, and high school sports. Thank you.
Well, the fun continues here in the Magic City, Birmingham, Alabama, Legacy Arena to be exact. The home of all of the AHSAA championships for basketball, both girls and boys, and all of it being presented by our friends at the Alabama Community College System and Drive Safe Alabama. Once again, courtside here inside of Legacy Arena. Landry Roberts, my broadcast partner, Tanika Batiste. We get 3A boys after we just had the 3A girls. St. James, your champions. Today, we've got a physical Southside-Selma team taking on a Montgomery Academy team that's trying to, as the kids say, run it back this season. Tanitra?
Absolutely. I'm excited about this game because we just witnessed, unfortunately, a blowout. So it's always good when we feel like we're going to get a team and a game that's going to be competitive like I think we're going to get.
Now, you've come up with some tips. You've identified some areas you think are going to be pivotal in who's going to carry that blue map home.
Yeah, so if there's a player on the court that's named Towns, Montgomery Academy, better look for them because you've got to play both of them until the horn blows. If we're talking about Kendorian Towns, he's the guy who hit the eventual game-winning three in the semifinals when Armari Towns hit 4 of 5 from 3 in the second half, and that's how this team finds itself being represented in the finals. And then you look over at Southside-Selma, and listen, the Eagles went on a 13-0 run to start the second half. So Southside-Selma, you got to be ready for a second-half surge because, listen, like you talked about, that intensity on defense is what leads to offense. So got to be careful. This is going to be a good one.
Giving T's tips presented by the Home Builders Association of Alabama. You had a passing grade, not just a passing grade in our first game, but we did the midterm check there at halftime. A+ for you.
Yeah, we actually did pretty well in terms of what we thought that game was going to be from start to finish. It's just that it was sort of a flip of who we thought was going to dictate and dominate that game.
Now let's meet the teams.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the court as we recognize the Southside High School administrators and faculty. Superintendent, Dr. Corey Jones. Principal, Cedric Brown. Athletic Director, Charles Moody. And now the faculty members from Southside, Eric Roussel and Karen Martin. And now, Panthers fans, make some noise for your Southside starters. At guard, a 5'10 junior, number 0, Caden Moody. At guard, a 6' senior, number 1, Derek Searles Jr. At forward, a 6'6 senior, number 2, Armari Towns. At guard, a 5'11 senior, number 5, Kendrell Wilson Jr. And at forward, a 6'4 junior, number 23, Michael Jose. And the head coach at Southside is Andre Johnson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in recognizing the administrators and faculty from Montgomery Academy. Head of School, John McWilliams. Principal, Katie Lavelle. Athletic Director, Wright Ward. And now the faculty members from Montgomery Academy, Becky Brooms and Ivy Ashworth. All right, Eagles fans, make some noise for your Montgomery Academy starters. At guard, a 6'2" sophomore, number 1, Mason Ellis. At guard, a 5'8" sophomore, number 3, J.J. Jackson. At guard, a 6'4" junior, number 4, Braden Gordon. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 10, Will Renfro. And at forward, a 6'6" junior, number 12, Jared Friendly. And the head coach at Montgomery Academy is Jeremy Arant.
Jeremy Arant trying to add to the collection of state titles there at Montgomery Academy. This Montgomery Academy Eagles team claiming last year's state championship. Meanwhile, for Southside-Selma, seeking their first, as we mentioned, since 1985. But you've got a young, talented, energetic coach. He gets it. He's installed and instilled a philosophy, and they are buying in at Southside-Selma.
And speaking of young, you've got a Montgomery Academy team that started the season with 4 sophomores and just 2 seniors. So that experience not as deep as maybe it was in their last year run. But meanwhile, like we said before, physicality comes from the fact that many of the players on this Southside-Selma team are actually on the football team as well. So Coach Andre Johnson has himself some dogs over there.
Amari Towns, Jarrett Friendly, jumping it in the jump circle. Montgomery Academy wearing the white and the navy blue, numerals and lettering trimmed in red. Southside-Selma with the red jersey, black numerals trimmed in white early on. Alley-oop, and it's finished by Jarrett Friendly. Pass from Mason Ellis. Southside-Selma looking from our right to our left. Caden Moody at 15 points. He went here the other day. His teammate Amari Towns. And the Panthers playing the miss and then throwing it off of the leg of the Montgomery Academy defender, Kendrell Wilson Jr. It's a way to start, Tanisha.
Yeah, I love the intensity that we're seeing right out of the gates, and good to see Montgomery Academy get on the board early. Let's see if Southside-Selma can return the favor.
Caden Moody trying to get it to Towns. Great defense. Knocked away by J.J. Jackson. Jackson looked over to his bench. Joyner hands it off to Friendly. Jared Friendly. Really 3-point shooter percentage-wise on this team. Braden Gordon, that young man right there, is knocked down the most. Contact, baseline, Friendly.
First foul of the game is on Southside, number 23,
hitting the floor. Foul against Michael Jose.
That early physicality from the Panthers.
Well, that would have brought half of the house down at least. That alley-oop had gone. Friendly from behind.
And a good block can bring the house down as well. Way for Friendly to chase down that play.
Player control foul.
And that could have easily been an offensive foul, too.
Junior, 6-foot senior guard for Southside-Selma. We had a Montgomery Academy player go down. Girls go down. So far, Jared Friendly's all over the football. There he is again. A kick out outside. High arching 3. Comes up short from J.J. Jackson. Panthers back the other way. Caden Moody. Drive had his pocket picked. Again, J.J. Jackson Johnson doing the picking. And then a block on the floor. As Mason Ellis went up. Michael Jose.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of bodies flying early in this game.
Just about 2 minutes gone by. World Series Championship. Miss from Gordon. First shot attempt. 21 points. Gordon had a win over Lauderdale County. Achilles Davis, number 3, is checked in. Coach Andre Johnson, Katie Moody. Against Gordon. There's Towns. Back to service. Southside looking for a good shot. He got one, but well off the mark. Wide right of the basket. Friendly back the other way. Left hand, off the glass, won't go.
And you talk about those early game jitters in such a big game like the title game. Maybe that's what we're seeing from both of these teams so far.
Aiden Moody trying to get by the defender. He was able to do so. Hitting the deck, charged with a foul was Will Renfro of Montgomery Academy. Southside fortunate to retain possession there on the baseline. Kick back out is Caden Moody. Operates against J.J. Jackson. It's already been a fun matchup. And steps. The pirouette. Extra step was added. And Derek Searles Jr.
Yeah.
Turnover for the Panthers.
No credit for a Euro step here in Alabama high school basketball.
Gordon to Mason Ellis. Quick hands. Achilles Davis knocks it out of bounds. Eagles keep it. Alley-oop to Friendly early on. He was able to throw off the glass. The only points thus far. Good look for Jackson. On the mark that time. And he has something to say about it. He turns to Derek Searles Jr. and says, how do you like that?
And we went with no points for 3 minutes and 13 seconds of this game. So nice to see that drought finally ended.
5-0. Montgomery Academy. Southside-Selma. That's Hayden Moody. Drawing the contact. He'll have 2 Cisco free throws when we come back. Eagles trying to run it back. In control and up early here in Birmingham.
The best travel insurance doesn't require any paperwork. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. If you're drinking until last call, I'll take these. Thank you. It's time to make a smarter one. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it.
Donate your car, truck, or boat today, and in addition to supporting the programs you love, you'll also qualify for our most popular member benefit, PBS Passport. With Passport, you can watch incredible documentaries and dramas from Masterpiece, American Experience, Ken Burns, Henry Louis Gates Jr., Nova, Nature, and more. So skip the hassle of selling that car you don't use anymore. Go online or give us a call right now to donate your vehicle.
Legacy Arena championship play continues here in Birmingham. What a fun week it's been. Landrum Roberts, Tenitra Batiste, 3A Boys State Championship. That head coach Jeremy Arendt of Montgomery Academy, winners in 2025 and off to a good start. What have you seen here early today?
Yeah, it looks like both of these teams are just needing to settle down. Obviously, Montgomery with a little bit more success, 2 of 6 from the field. 0-2 for Southside-Selma. So I think these teams just need to settle down. Southside-Selma with 4 turnovers already, so they've got to do a better job of protecting the ball.
Before the break, blocking foul. Caden Moody knocks down the first Cisco free throw. Perfect with that stroke as well. Southside-Selma back to within a 1-possession deficit. Ellis over to Braden Gordon. One of the players, a lot of people excited to see play. What a pretty move from Ellis. Couldn't get it. Went back, got his own shot, put it up and in. Second chance opportunities. And if Southside-Selma is going to have success against MA, you got to keep them off the boards better than that. Now Moody working against J.J. Jackson. Back out to his teammate, Kendrell Wilson Jr. Wilson, pretty move to blow by the defender. Could not finish. Braden Gordon. Baseball pass into traffic, but then lost out of bounds as Amari Towns could not hold on to it. Towns, a 6'6" senior forward, as you take another look, 19 points in a semifinal win.
Yeah, Ellis with what would have been the teardrop, but then he gets his own rebound and then puts the ball back in.
Now, Ellis on the miss. Jarrett Friendly, though, somehow comes away with it. Back out top to J.J. Jackson. Ellis missing badly on that three. Braden Gordon. They were playing the weak side rebound. Jeremy Arendt telling Friendly to come out to the foul line extended. Braden Gordon, 3-ball. Got it. Everybody stood up when he had to look. We got a group of MA fans behind us across the way, but they have seen Braden Gordon, and they've seen that happen many times before. Most made threes on this Eagle squad. And he's in the scorebook now. Going to turn over. Amari Towns. Saw him tell his teammate.
Yeah, all the way across the court because he knew that was going to be nothing but net.
Telling his teammate Derek Searles, settle down. Braden Gordon had a good look halfway down, and it came out, followed by Friendly. No good, but he'll go to the line for a couple of Cisco free throws. Jarrett Friendly. All over the place. Love the motor of the 6'6" junior.
Number 12, Jarrett Friendly at the line.
The double-double.
For the Eagles, shooting two.
In a win over Lauderdale County, 11 points, 14 boards. Missing the first Cisco free throw there. Minute and a half plus here in this first quarter. Southside-Selma with the ball, trying to cut into an 8-point deficit. They're able to do so. Derek Searles Jr. cuts the Eagle lead to 6. J.J. Jackson working against Moody. Love the intensity of Caden Moody. Pretty good vantage point from where we are. Also getting a pretty good vantage point of that, Jarrett Friendly. Nobody's been able to answer what he's been providing on the glass. He's been trouble since we started. Searles.
And Searles, at least, is one of the few players that's able to get to the basket for Southside-Selma to get their offense going.
Then they had it knocked away. Now Braden Gordon back out to his teammate, Mason Ellis. Ellis took steps before he launched and was going to try to drive against Searles Jr. Last couple of baskets, you see Jarrett Friendly.
Yeah, and that was one of those where Coach Andre Johnson wasn't pleased because he thought that was a charge, but nonetheless gets the basket, and then Southside-Selma with the answer at the other end.
Pretty move. Caden Moody. Southside-Selma can cut this to a one-possession game. Final 30 seconds of the first period. Amari Towns missing everything. He's going to hear about it. Braden Gordon hauls it in. The uncontested weak side. Mason Ellis. It's Gordon. Comes out to equal him on the other side of the floor. 5 seconds. Now Mason Ellis. Doesn't get any easier than that. Slap of the backboard. Way too late from Amari Towns. Montgomery Academy finishing the way they started with a bucket. Defending champs leading by 8. Second quarter action comes your way next as we continue here inside of Legacy Arena.
There's power in the simplest of actions, like one neighbor helping another, where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything to the electric cooperatives of Alabama, and we're grateful for your trust to provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on. Your Alabama Electric Cooperatives, empowering lives, empowering communities.
For 60 years, Trenholm State Community College has been a driving force in education and workforce innovation. From cutting-edge health sciences, advanced manufacturing, business, technology, and skilled trades, we equip students with the skills employers need right now. Through hands-on training, industry partnerships, and career-focused programs, our graduates don't just earn degrees, they power our hospitals, build our infrastructure, launch businesses, and strengthen our community. Trenholm State Community College, continuously building Alabama's workforce.
Around the corner from here, late at night, on one of the rainiest days of the year, is a small business owner making a call to Valero's 24/7 U.S.-based customer service. We're here to make sure she has the fuel she needs to stay open. Because keeping pumps full means keeping business pumping and communities moving right now.
Play hard, play to win. But when sports injuries occur, you can rely on Encore. Our professional team treats all types of sports-related injuries for athletes of all ages. Our licensed therapists work closely with the patient, your family, and physician to get you back into action quickly and safely. At Encore, we love to see you move.
Start of the second quarter, Landrum Roberts, Tenitra Batiste. The 3A Boys Championship on the line. Andre Johnson, head coach of Southside-Selma. Tenitra, what have you seen from his Panthers, at least through the first 8 minutes?
Yeah, interestingly enough, both teams are shooting 33% from the field, but Southside only had 6 possessions in that first period. They got to protect the ball better. 5 turnovers in the first period as well, but they are battling well on the boards. Just 1 fewer boards than Montgomery Academy.
So far, having success driving the ball to the basket. Another layup, that time Kendrell Wilson Jr., 5'11" senior guard. Lead back to 6. From Montgomery Academy, Braden Gordon thought about the 3. More high percentage shot, in control, jump stop, and a bucket. Michael Jose checks back in. Maury Towns. He's had some opportunities, but it has not gone his way in the first 9 minutes of this 3A championship. Follow up, no good. Montgomery Academy, another rebound. And the rebounding discrepancy, not as much as I initially thought before we saw the stat lines, but you pointed it out. Just less opportunities.
Yeah.
Montgomery Academy's doing a good job of limiting the shots, and meanwhile on the other end, Southside-Selma need to do a better job of limiting those second opportunities.
Yeah, Montgomery Academy with 7 second chance points so far, and really also dominating inside 10 to 6 points in the paint.
2 Cisco free throws. Missed. Braden Gordon doesn't miss much when he has that much time. He spots up, knocks down another 3. Second of the afternoon. 19-8. Montgomery Academy stretches their lead back to double digits. Answering at the other end, Kendrell Wilson Jr. 5 straight for number 5.
That was a nice answer from Southside, trying to get on the board with their first 3 of the day.
Alabama Department of Human Resources 3, but at the other end, Jared Friendly gets back into it. Friendly with the answer, 21-11. Kendrell Wilson Jr. Thought about 3, now to Amari Towns. That's a good matchup against Friendly, and so far Friendly appears to be frustrating Towns. Can't get the loose ball. Now Jose cleans up. And Southside-Selma fortunate to come away with points on that possession. Friendly. Got Wilson in the air. And extra steps by Caleb Miles.
And that's really what Southside is going to need to see more of, either forcing a turnover or being able to get stopped. And, of course, in that instance, Montgomery Academy turning the ball overall on their own.
Renfro will check back in. A.J. Jackson back in for Montgomery Academy. Jose against Friendly. That's a tough shot against 6'6", arm, hand extended. It comes up empty. Mason Ellis comes up with 2.
Well, I really like that stutter step by Mason Ellis to finish.
Back at the other end, quickly, Searles Jr. Missing on that layup. Big collision. Mason Ellis collided with Kendrell Wilson Jr. Wilson pick up personal, calling for the block. Andre Johnson having a word with the official who made the call.
Second time Andre Johnson thinks that call should have been an offensive charge and gone the other way.
Friendly, Braden Gordon, another 3. Had it lined up, back iron, just a little too strong, but got his own miss. Friendly, no good. Mason Ellis, J.J. Jackson come down with it. Gordon there to claim the loose board. 4.5 minutes remaining in the opening half. Montgomery Academy with basketball and a 10-point lead. Now Ellis, closely by Derek Searles. Gordon, one-handed floater, so pretty in the lane.
And that's a tough one for Southside. Montgomery Academy just really patient on that possession. And, of course, you see it pay off with a bucket.
And a timeout. Andre Johnson.
With 4:03 remaining.
Trying to get his Panthers to collect themselves. Montgomery Academy threatening to try to run away and hide. They lead by 12.
Of Alabama's great outdoors is why most of our staff here at ADM chose to serve the public with their knowledge and their talents. Protecting the state's plentiful natural resources and rich biodiversity, as well as the people of Alabama, is the core of what ADM does.
There's power in the simplest of actions, like one neighbor helping another, where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything to the electric cooperatives of Alabama, and we're grateful for your trust to provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on. Your Alabama Electric Cooperatives, empowering lives, empowering communities.
The APT Young Writers Contest is back, encouraging kids in kindergarten through 3rd grade to write and illustrate a book and win some great prizes. Visit aptv.org/Young Writers Contest today for all the details.
Your attention, we need the bookkeepers from Good Hope and
Lots of hardware being handed out this week. Today, no exception. 3A Girls Championship. St. James, they claimed their first blue map. She was a big part of it.
Oh, yeah. There was nothing Natalie Barton couldn't do. She had her shot going from all over the court, but she was also fierce on the defensive side as well. So love to see the two-way play from Natalie Barton. And, of course, congratulations to the St. James Trojans.
Coach Katie Barton, first state championship, 25 years as a head coach, 530th win. We got to witness it here. And congratulations to Mojo Christian on an outstanding season for the Lady Leopards. Here, 3A boys, Montgomery Academy trying to do it again. Won a crown in 2025. Looking good early. J.J. Jackson lost it. Somehow collected by Mason Ellis over the friendly. Back to Braden Gordon. He works against Towns. In and out, no good. Gordon there to get his own rebound. Lost it. Last touch, they say, by Gordon. Southside-Selma's basketball. Just a tick under 3.5 remaining here in the second quarter.
They've got a little quiet the last couple of minutes. We haven't seen either of these teams be able to score from the field. Let's see if Southside can get it in the bucket.
Montgomery Academy shooting 45% from the field. And 24 attempts. Meanwhile, half of those attempts for Southside-Selma. Trying to help themselves there. Hosea throwing it off the backboard for Mari Towns. Couldn't connect. On a loose ball, foul. And Caden Moody will go to play.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to get so cute or too cute with it. You just want to be able to get the ball in the basket and claw your way back in. But here's an opportunity for Southside after free throw.
Number 0, Caden Moody, shooting 2.
Moody missing on the first. Jordan Cisco free throw. Cisco free throw. Carla Williams, Google office.
That was the first miss by Southside on the day.
1 for 2. Montgomery Academy, J.J. Jackson. Lone three-pointer. Counting for his point total so far today. Falling down. Right on top of it. Says Travelers. Southside-Selma will get it back.
And MA with only 4 turnovers on the day, 2 of them self-inflicted.
Removed by Kendrell Wilson Jr. Unable to finish. And Jarrett Friendly. Not so friendly contact from Montgomery Towns. Caden Moody's going to pick it up. He was going to take the roof off of this place.
I was just going to say the same. Yeah, Moody and Towns were like, we don't want that smoke, so we'll at least make you earn it from the free throw line.
I love it because we can feel the anticipation.
Yes.
We can feel the entire section behind us getting ready to go crazy. Coach Arant. His career. Hooper Academy. High school product. This rebound, Jarrett Friendly there. Ahead to Mason Ellis. Ellis looking ahead. Renfro in the corner, but Ellis kicks to the other corner. Nice ball movement by M.A. Renfro, spot up 3. Got it.
And it all started with what M.A. was able to do at the other end. We talked about these teams coming into the second quarter about even in rebounding, but now you're starting to see M.A. pull away 15 rebounds on the day and 6 defensive rebounds.
Alabama Department of Human Resources 3, 4 of 10 for Montgomery Academy in that category. And doubled up the score. Caden Moody picks up another foul. Let's take another look.
And you'll see there, as you mentioned, movement from side to side. You get it into the corner, pop, and the 3 ball down, nothing but net.
Take a look at Will Renfro, 8 points in the semifinal win. His first points of the afternoon. Winston Ellis steps again.
Southside really needs to take advantage of this. Haven't been able to convert on a field goal in the last 4 minutes, so maybe this is an opportunity for them to get their offense jump-started.
Tall task with less than a minute and a half left, but if they can somehow get it single digits before intermission, I think that would really bode well for the confidence of the Panthers. Instead, Maury Towns still experiencing the frustration that has been this first half, and credit MA to take him away. Eagles get it back.
Part of it is Southside having double the turnovers in Montgomery Academy, so you can't really do that when you also have a little more than half of the possessions that MA has as well.
J.J. Jackson. Braden Gordon. Over to Renfro. Back up top. Ellis. Now to Gordon. Turnaround no good. Good job on the weak side. So many ways that they can get you. Jarrett Friendly now 6 points in this 3A championship. Miss from Searles Jr. Mason Ellis takes it himself, fouled. Look at the pass to Demetrius.
Yeah, you got to love that bounce pass. And then you see right there just the patience of this Montgomery team, just swinging that ball all over the court until you get the better bucket, the better opportunity. And right there, Friendly for that inside jumper and the inside leg.
Mason Ellis with Cisco free throw. First one good. Ellis now has 7 points. The first 2 made free throws for MA today. 2 of 8 as he knocks down a pair of the Cisco free throws. 18-point Montgomery Academy advantage. Stolen away. J.J. Jackson ahead. Mason Ellis easy lay-in in transition. Fast break points. Moody lets it fly at the horn. Andre Johnson. He's got work to do with his team. They got to collect themselves. Montgomery Academy doing what Montgomery Academy has done. Dominating the first 16 minutes of action here in Birmingham.
It's time to get the kids signed up for sports.
I'm not really sure I want the kids playing sports this year.
Why is that? They love it, it's great exercise, and they learn about teamwork.
Well, sure, but what if they get hurt?
Youth sports are safer than ever, thanks to the Coach Safely Act. All coaches are required to take a course that emphasizes best and safest practices.
I'd like to see that course.
Go to CoachSafely.org. It's available for coaches and parents alike.
CoachSafely.org? I've got to check that out.
CoachSafely.org, so they will play.
When people ask or talk about careers in construction, I think there's this perception that is wearing a tool belt, using a tape measure, and swinging a hammer. That's only one very small fraction. And all of those roles are absolutely necessary components. So if I talk to a young person about a career in construction, I would encourage them by saying that the opportunities available to them are as limitless as their own personal ambition. There is a future in home building. Go build your future.
It's the biggest lineup of 60s and 70s soul superstars ever, here on your public television station. It's my music.
Tuesday night at 7 on APT.
Babe? When trouble trickles into your life, Alpha is there waiting those waters with you. Swift, sure, right when you need them. Because action is better than excuses. And handled is better than hoping. They'll cover the cleanup, so you can focus on what matters most. That's life with Alpha.
What? Never seen a dog get a bath before? Look, I got needs, and one of them is plenty of soothing warm water. That's why Ma made sure our home has a natural gas water heater. Ah, she's the best. See, natural gas heats water fast and efficiently, so we never run out mid-spa session. Because when I'm out at the park, strutting around and meeting other pooches, I gotta show them who's boss. Visit my website and learn why natural gas is a home's best friend.
There's a reason Montgomery Academy won the state championship last year, and there's a reason they're halfway home again. Plays like that. The lob to Jarrett Friendly from Mason Ellis. There goes Ellis. Getting his own miss, putting it back. Southside-Selma, very few highlights in that first half. They had all kinds of trouble scoring. There's a three from Kendrell Wilson Jr. But the defense, the offense, how about Brandon Gordon, 10 points in, Braden Gordon in that first half with 10. There's Southside-Selma getting maybe the easiest look they had in the first two quarters. There goes Mason Ellis again. He had 10 points in that first half. Absolute lockdown defense by the Eagles. They lead it 34-14 at the break. And Armari Towns, the tight end going to Purdue, did not score a single point. They would not let him breathe. And here's a gentleman who knows about breathable athletic gear and other things. Trent Massey, co-owner of Future Ones. Trent, always good to see you.
Absolutely. It's always good to be here. What a week this is already. It's always good to be here just in this arena every year. This is probably our 8th year now, and 10 years in business as Future Ones. We're celebrating 10 years this year. And so we enjoy this week. It's a long, hard week watching all these games, but man, there's always great basketball.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the 10-year anniversary. For people who don't know, and I can't imagine there are many left, as much as you have supported these events and the entire Alabama High School Athletic Association, let everyone know what Future Ones is and what it is that you do.
Yeah, Future Ones is a team sales business. We supply uniforms and apparel and equipment, anything a team needs, no matter what sport it is, football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, you know, every sport in high school athletics in Alabama. We supply the gear, the uniforms, and we started in 2016 with one product for a scout team, and it was one jersey that we had, and then it just evolved. And you know, the first thing we ever made was a scout team jersey, which the scout teams are usually your number 2s, but they're the Future Ones, and so that's where the name came from. And since then, we've just been able to just add to that and provide service to schools that, you know, that's what we thrive on, is service and quality.
I love that mentality. You may be a second stringer now, or maybe third stringer, but you're the future starter. You're the Future Ones. And you started out in football, but you've grown to multiple sports.
Absolutely.
How many different sports do you supply gear for?
Well, any sport in the South. I mean, lacrosse is making a comeback, kind of, or bringing it to Alabama. We've done some lacrosse. You know, the scout team jersey started out as football, but, you know, random fact, LSU girls basketball team purchased the scout team jerseys. Now we have basketball scout team jerseys. So the year that they won the national championship, they wore our scout team jerseys, LSU girls basketball. So we have it in basketball and football now for the scout team, but all the other gears, every sport you can think of.
That is so cool. Yeah. So Coach Kim Mulkey, Angel Reese, when they won that national title,
yep,
their teammates were wearing those in practice.
Well, you know, most girls' college teams practice against boys, guys, yes, and so they call them the Dream Team. And so they actually just reordered them this year for some fill-ins. So they're wearing them. You know, they still use them on a regular basis.
I know you got to take great pride in that.
Yeah, it's good.
Now your co-owner Gus Smith, he's got a new role. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Gus is back at the head coaching position at Blount High School, and man, he's excited about it. We're excited about it. You know, one thing that people don't realize is Gus has always been a coach. he is part owner of Future Ones, but our relationship is just amazing when it comes to that because I support him in everything that he does. Everybody in our company supports what he does. If it wasn't for him being a coach, we wouldn't have started Future Ones. So, he's in his element now, back as a head coach, and I couldn't be more proud of him. He's a hard worker. Everybody always asks, well, how does he do that? He's like, I said, I've never met anybody that works harder than Gus. And whether that's in the sports arena, in the apparel business, he's, amazing partner and great guy.
Well, we wish him the best of luck on the sideline.
Absolutely.
We wish you the best of luck with Future Ones as you continue to grow that business. Thank you, Trent.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All right, let's take a glance at today's big board. We're in the 3A Boys Championship game halftime. 2 more games to come. Stay with us on APT.
College is an option for every student, from adult learners to short-term credentials. From the moment you step on the campus of Wallace Community College, Selma, there's a spirit of you can. You can earn your degree, you can train for a career, and you can increase your income. You can do it, and we can help. With ample financial aid and wraparound services, you can reach your goals. Visit wccs.edu. You can at Wallace Community College, Selma.
I'm pretty sure when you took the test for this, you weren't doing all of that. You're going to need this when they pull you over. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it.
If you haven't got the message by now that speeding is dangerous, don't worry. There are plenty of these guys out here who will make sure you do. Somebody's about to get educated. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it.
Change lives and achieve your professional goals with a rewarding career at the Alabama Department of Human Resources, the state's provider of social services in all 67 counties. Join our hard-working team that positively impacts the lives of children and families across Alabama. Speak to a recruiter by calling 334-242-1780 or emailing recruitment@dhr.alabama.gov.
Is this the painting of Washington crossing the Delaware, or is it this? Well, actually, they both are. 12 feet tall and 20 feet wide, this larger-than-life painting sits in a gilded frame at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. This is German immigrant Emanuel Leutz's most famous historical work. It's a dramatic depiction of Christmas morning 1776, when the Continental Army crossed the icy Delaware for a successful sneak attack. But it was painted 75 years after the battle. The 2011 painting by Mort Kunstler is considered more accurate. Washington's clothing, the missing U.S. flag, which didn't exist yet, the flat-bottom boat, the time of day, all painstakingly researched. Nevertheless, Kunstler said it himself, "I'm not knocking the original. It's got great impact." And Leutze did a heck of a job. And still, 175 years later, Leutze's work continues to wow us.
Welcome back into Birmingham. Hope you enjoyed halftime. Kevin and Barton have done a wonderful job all week. Landon Roberts, Tanisha Batiste. We're here courtside. It's 3A Boys Championship, Montgomery Academy, Southside-Selma. Nitra, basically, to sum it all up, Cliff Notes version, you've got Montgomery Academy basically doubling up Southside-Selma in every statistical category.
Every statistical category, whether we're talking about field goal percentage or we're talking about rebounding, which really has been the defense leading to the offense for Montgomery Academy. They have out-physical a Southside team that prides itself in physicality at both ends, and MA really took over inside in the second quarter, ending that half out-rebounding Southside 20-10. So Southside has got to get better on the boards, and they've got to get Armando challenged.
Yeah, the trio of Montgomery Academy's Friendly, Gordon, and Ellis. Sounds like a law firm, right? But what they've done is go 10, 10, and 8 respectively. Southside-Selma. The extra possession, but unable to come away with it. Points at least, but a good block. That might have been Towns racing to the other end. Searles, he draws the foul from Grant Plummer.
And that's what Southside is going to need. They need to get inside to make sure that they contest every shot, and also it sure looks like a big block like that from Towns that, hey, you don't get an opportunity for a second chance points. Montgomery Academy at least not to start the second half. That could be the type of momentum and physicality they need.
Searles Jr. knocks down the first Cisco free throw. Southside-Selma 4 of 5 from the line. And it's all Searles Jr. knocks down a pair. Gets the MA lead back to under 20.
And that's one of the few areas where Southside has actually outshined MA, going 5 of 6 from the free throw line so far today.
Friendly thought about it. Now Mason Ellis to Renfro, back to Ellis. Renfro, runner too strong. Pretty move along the baseline.
And that's
virtually uncontested.
Yeah.
J.J. Jackson, 2-on-1. This is trouble. He goes to Gordon. Now he goes to Friendly. And Friendly had to collect himself, worry about his footwork. But there was a big gasp once again behind us.
Yeah.
Wonder if he's going to bring the house down with a two-handed jam. Now Searles, Murray Towns was cut off. Good defense continuing for Friendly in that matchup. Moody. Kendrell Wilson Jr. rejected by Ellis. And Braden Gordon adds to his point total. He leads all scorers with 12. And they pushing out to their biggest lead. They're up by 22. Maury Towns. Kick hands by Jackson. Towns able to regain it. And the frustration on number 2 wearing red continues, Tenitra.
Yeah, it's got to be a disappointing game for Amari Towns, but not so much for this Eagles team. When you look at what Wilson was able to do, just able to finish at the basket, that's how they've been able to get it going or keep it going. Points in the paint, outscoring Southside 24-8 so far.
That ball right through the wicket. Baseball season right around the corner, and Andre Johnson frustrated.
And understandably so, because so far his team has 11 turnovers. They've given the ball back to Montgomery Academy that many times, and Montgomery Academy almost scoring nearly as many points so far, 10 points off turnovers today.
Mason Ellis, who had 10 points at halftime along with Braden Gordon, adds to his point total. Made it look easy. Now Searles, off balance shot in the lane. J.J. Jackson looking ahead. Mason Ellis, run out.
Mason Ellis.
Andre Johnson, if he was frustrated a moment ago, he's really frustrated now. A timeout for the Southside-Selma Panthers. Hoping it would get better here in the first 2.5 minutes of the second half. Unfortunately, it's gotten worse. More defense leading the points, and MA in control, Tanika.
Yeah, and an absolutely beautiful outlet pass there, and Coach Andre Johnson, and you can see his staff telling him, hey, you've got to get back on defense and make sure that you contest each and every shot, because that's something that they haven't been able to do to start this second half. You see Montgomery Academy able to start the second half 4 of 4 for their last 4 field goals over the last minute and 31. Southside scoring drought for the last couple of minutes, so they got to get it done either on the offensive side or get some stops defensively, or this game's really going to get out of hand.
Alabama Natural Gas Association timeout. So the dry erase board was out on the Southside-Selma bench, and the assistants emphatically urging their guys to try to find out an answer. Really, you pick your poison. Any of these guys on the floor. Coach Arant and the defending state champions. Knocked away by Braden Gordon. Mason Ellis again with the left. Pretty move in the lane. Searles came from behind. Tried to knock it off of J.J. Jackson. Let's say Searles touched it last. Montgomery Academy changed possession. Just under 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. J.J. Jackson Jarrett Friendly against Wilson. Now Gordon. Picked up by Jose. And then Jose whistle for the foul. First team foul on Southside-Selma. Renfro. Over to Ellis. Looking for Gordon. Now Gordon against Jose. 3-ball. Crossover. All in one motion, it seems.
And Gordon having himself a day now. 15 points on 6 of 12 shooting.
Jose, it was almost like he was expecting Gordon to block his shot from behind. A tentative approach once he got by Braden. And he missed everything completely.
Yeah, that's when the players start getting in your head. But look at that beautiful stroke and nothing but net. Absolutely beautiful play. You got to know. You know you're feeling it when you're looking back at your competition.
I think he feels it quite a bit.
I get that sense too.
Something tells me someone like Braden Gordon, every shot that leaves his hand, he's pretty confident it's going in.
Yeah.
And most of the time it is.
And he should be. I mean, one of the reasons Montgomery Academy is in the finals once again is because of a great game from him in the semifinals. 21 points to lead this team to a potential back-to-back title.
We saw Coach Andre Johnson. Tell you more about him and his journey to Southside-Selma right now. Trying to get his team collected. Montgomery Academy, full steam ahead for the defending champs.
What? Never seen a dog get a bath before? Look, I got needs, and one of them is plenty of soothing warm water. That's why Ma made sure our home has a natural gas water heater. Ah, she's the best. See, natural gas heats water fast and efficiently, so we never run out mid-spa session. Because when I'm out at the park, strutting around and meeting other pooches, I gotta show them who's boss. Visit my website and learn why natural gas is a home's best friend.
Join us in celebrating 2 decades of music and magic from Celtic Woman. The music you love in an all-new concert special. Filled with joy and emotion and including some very special guests. It's Celtic Woman, 20th Anniversary Concert.
Monday night at 7 on APT.
3A Boys Championship continues, but championships taking place. The 1A girls and boys got started last night. We had more championship action beginning this morning. North, Sand Mountain. Getting it done. Hayden Reyes, your MVP. Congratulations to not only all the champions and folks taking home hardware, but all of those worthy enough to compete here on the biggest stage.
Yeah, you got to think, although Cold Springs fell short to the top-ranked North Sand Mountain, they've got to still be pleased as a program that they were able to get here.
Cisco free throw is good. That will help the cause just a bit. And the Academy. Ellis, the Jarrett Friendly steps inside the line, playing it too hard. Mari Towns just had to take it away from Friendly. Now he gets up, frustration, and we're going to get a foul.
Time ball. Possession to Southside.
Interesting call. There was a lot of contact. There was definitely a foul, but a tie-up on a jump ball. Here's the verdict from the officials. So Southside-Selma gets it back. And if they're going to get back in this game, they've got to start finding the stroke from the outside and getting stops, to say the very least.
Yeah, right now just shooting 33% from 3, but only having taken 3 threes on the day.
Jarrett Friendly was going to have the last laugh. He was going up. And there was one thing in mind on that drive, and that was a left-handed tomahawk jam. Now Amari Towns.
collective gasp from behind this bench once again. People are waiting.
Friendly whistle for the foul. Maury Towns had the elbow extended. Some of the fans behind us not so sure about it. We have a lot of aspiring officials here in the building.
Everyone's got an opinion.
Officials have done a wonderful job this week. Towns. You feel for that young man. 19 points in the semifinal, but that's his first point today. Knocks down 1 or 2 Cisco free throws.
And give a lot of credit to Montgomery Academy because, to your point, Maury Towns really had himself a great second half in the semifinals. He made 4 or 5 from 3 in that second half and finished with 19 points and 6 boards. He's going to have that type of repeat performance if Southside has a chance today.
Ellis hit the floor. Able to gather it, though. Now Braden Gordon gives his teammate time to get up. Now they set up the offense. Double team. Short side of the floor. Now to Ellis. Good look. And intercepted. Trying to look for his teammate who had checked in, Caleb Miles. Good anticipation by the Panther defense. Wilson Jr. He's really good at that.
One of the few turnovers for this Montgomery Academy team, but more importantly, turnover that Southside was able to take advantage of and get points off of.
Very friendly, hard to the glass, couldn't get it to go. Follow won't go.
And that's what they'll need as well. Stops and pushing the pace and finish.
Derek Searles Jr. So a stop, a couple of stops on the defensive end, a couple of buckets. Little life being shown by Southside-Selma. Timeout on the floor. A minute 44 remaining here in the third period.
Yeah, Montgomery Academy 0 for 5, the last free throw. And you see there Southside with one of their rare buckets, but they're able to get the ball back, put it back in, and get a 6-0 run going over these last 2 minutes.
Southside-Selma 6 of 25 for just 24%. Meanwhile, Montgomery Academy, even with some misses in this half, paints the picture of how many high percentage shots and what they've been able to do. 19 of 40, 47.5%. 5 of 11 from outside the arc. Just 2 of 8 from the free throw line.
Really been about the difference in possessions. MA with 40 possessions so far today. Southside with just 26. So they've got to get the ball in their hands and continue doing what we've seen the last couple of minutes, which is limit second chance opportunities, get Montgomery Academy to turn the ball over and then convert at the other end. 29
rebounds for Coach Arant's teams versus just 14 for Southside-Selma. Another stat that was interesting, just kind of popped out to me, is assists. 9 assists. Montgomery Academy on made baskets, only 1 for Southside-Selma. Tells you a lot of ISO and having a hard time getting the ball to your teammates. Braden Gordon.
And a big part of that is because MA throughout the course of the day, they've been playing a lot of good team defense, active hands, and that's what keeps the ball in one player's hands, which if you can't move that ball from side to side and you're just relying on one player, that's not a recipe for success.
Braden Gordon. First Cisco free throw is good. From Gordon. Kicks it out. Miles, 3 ball, no. Andrell Wilson claiming the rebound. A little over a minute remaining here in the third. Southside-Selma with the basketball, trailing by 24. Maury Towns, just been that kind of day. Luckily, Derek Searles Jr. was there. With a follow-up make, now Braden Gordon ahead to Miles. Panther an easy 2.
And just the patience on Miles to be able to finish that play.
And a foul underneath it. Mason Ellis. Kendra Wilson will go back to
number 5, Kendra Wilson Jr.
First free throw attempt. No good. Andre Johnson. Encouraging his player for this next Cisco free throw. Andre Johnson from Lynette High School. Played 4 years there. Competed in the 2A state championship game against Calera and R.C. Hatch in 2005 and 2006. Braden Gordon short on that 3. Friendly. That's his pocket pick from behind. Back the other way. Moody put it up off the glass. No good. Miles there to get it. Montgomery Academy now. Braden Gordon. Here we go. He got his dunk. Jarrett Friendly. Now he's got to hurry back, play defense.
That's what the arena's been waiting for.
Friendly with a block. Saved by J.J. Jackson to Miles, and now Ellis. Paces it up the floor ahead. Friendly fires. No good. And 3/4 of basketball in the books. Advantage Eagles. Jarrett Friendly. A big reason why.
10 years ago, we saw it happen. Schools needed more jersey.
Wednesday night at 7 on Alabama Public Television.
Alabama is blessed with incredible natural resources. Whether you enjoy hiking the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, catching fish on one of our treasured lakes, kayaking on a river or a stream, or swimming in the Gulf off our white sand beaches, our state has it all.
To stay in your right lane, you need to stay in your right mind. Bro, you need to steer clear of the weed. Literally. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. You know, there are a lot of suggestions on how to drive, but that speed limit isn't one of them. I think that's for you. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it.
The APT Young Writers Contest is back, encouraging kids in kindergarten through 3rd grade to write and illustrate a book and win some great prizes. Visit aptv.org/Young Writers Contest today for all the details.
Roughly an hour, 30-minute drive up Interstate 65 to Birmingham for the fans of Montgomery Academy. Watching their Eagles soar right now. A 20-point halftime lead has grown to 26.
Yeah, and a big part of that is because, like we talked about the keys to the game earlier, Montgomery Academy has done its job. They needed to keep Amari Towns in check. He only has 1 point, and he's 0 for 7 from the field. And they've made Southside one-dimensional. You mentioned it earlier. When we talk about the ball moving from side to side, just 1 assist in the game. Meanwhile, Southside-Selma has not been able to get it going. they were able to have a really big second half surge in the semifinals game, but really we're not seeing anything looking like that this second half. Southside-Selma with some work to do.
Had a foul away from the ball before the Wilson Jr. three-point attempt. That was on Braden Gordon. Then you had the miss by Amari Towns from outside. Montgomery Academy with the basketball. Ahead goes one of the MA players that checked in, Blake Parnell, and he can't handle the pass. Jay Rant. And Birmingham, career 144 and 80 record. 8 years as a head coach. Renfro, his talented players, picks up a personal foul there. A lot of folks from around the state watching this action, including our broadcast partner, friend from the football side of things, Susan Carruthers, watching with her family. Hello, Susan. Hope everything is well there in Montgomery.
We do hope that for Susan and family. Yes, indeed.
Miss on the Cisco free throw. Also checking into the game, Axton Hagler from Montgomery Academy. Wears number 30, 6'1" junior. The foul over on the wing.
Foul is on number 23, of the Panthers.
Southside-Selma, just their first foul. Play here in the fourth quarter. Jose will have a seat. Spelling him, at least for the moment. Achilles Davis. Davis working against Braden Gordon. Fresh legs, surge to the basket. Mission accomplished. Renfro to Hagler. Hagler. Teammate.
So both Achilles and Hagler with their first point on back-to-back possessions.
Blake Parnell on that last bucket. Now Renfro at the other end. 2 minutes gone by in this fourth quarter. Montgomery Academy actually found a way to add a point to their lead. Now 27. Amari Towns. Towns now has 3. Before that, there's a lone free throw. He was going up, trying to make up for everything with a thunderous dunk.
Yeah, that would have been great because that would have been only his second field goal of the day.
But much like not only dunks, layups, all of them contested. Credit to Montgomery Academy, the nation's defense. Hagler can't find the range from up close. On the rebound, a foul called on Montgomery Academy. Friendly. J.J. Jackson set to come in. Parnell whistle for the person. Derek Searles Jr. Over to Moody.
Foul on number 3, J.J. Jackson.
Foul on J.J. Jackson of Montgomery Academy. Here's a look at J.J.
Stepping to the line for Southside, number 2, Caden Moody.
Caden Moody to the line for 2 Cisco free throws. First one is good. Perfect on that trip.
It's one of the few areas where Southside actually does have the advantage over Montgomery Academy, hitting 8 of 14 in their free throws. MA just 3 of 10 on the day.
Braden Gordon missing.
But again, when your field goals are going in at a 48% clip, you don't really need your free throws to go down.
It's one the coach can live with. at least until next season, right? That one coming up well short from Achilles Davis. His 3 attempt hit the bottom of the nylon in the netting. Out of bounds. MA with the basketball. J.J. Jackson can take his time getting across the timeline. Panthers not pressing. Foul. And one of the Panther players.
Panther foul number 0,
Caden Moody. Picks it up. Well, Andre Johnson starting to unload his bench. Davian Gibson, number 30, is checked in. As well as Camarion Allen. Kendorian Towns.
Experience, especially because Coach Andre Johnson has so many seniors on the squad.
J.J. Jackson, the Alabama Department of Human Resources 3, and then Kendrell Wilson Jr. does the same. Braden Gordon, can we make it 3 in a row? Braden Gordon. He will come off the floor now. I was just watching Braden Gordon's reaction to that. I think Braden Gordon's a little tired.
Yeah, I think he would have appreciated or preferred to have gone out with on top, but
3 attempts well off the mark. Kendorian Towns has the pleasure of trying to defend Jarrett Friendly. Friendly back outside. That's Chapman Baker wearing number 11 in white for Montgomery Academy. J.J. Jackson, athletic play just to keep that one. Throws it up, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. 3 minutes and 16 seconds away. Another blue map for that head coach and his Montgomery Academy Eagles.
Every brand has a beginning. 10 years ago, we saw a gap. Schools needed more than just jerseys and apparel. They needed a partner. From production to delivery, from one school to hundreds, we've built something that lasts.
Future One's team sells. We supply everything but guts.
I'm Miranda Wilder. And I'm Melissa Marks, and we are sisters and realtors and members of the Home Builders Association. The main reason we joined our Home Builders Association is so that we can have a network of professionals that we can depend on if our buyers want to renovate or add on to their home. We feel confident recommending members of our local Home Builders Association because we know they are licensed, bonded, and insured. How can you afford not to be a member of your local Home Builders Association?
Well, as Montgomery Academy is 3+ minutes away from another state title. There's some state titles earned and awarded. Section being one of those teams, the Section boys, and led by Brody Overdeer.
4th state title for Section High School, and Overdeer finished with 17.7 rebounds, and a critical run by the Lions in the 3rd quarter that he led was big in that win over Lafayette.
Overdeer got a little bit of that Grant Nelson look with the mustache.
Yeah, I admit when I saw him walking over, I thought, oh, okay.
You remember? I think Alabama fans posted the state. Remember Grant Nelson?
Yeah.
Substitution. Jeremy Arendt, these Montgomery Academy Eagles. John Harris Taylor, number 2, has substituted into the ballgame. Rob Ashworth, wearing number 23, also in. Handling the basketball into the block, and goes way up is good.
Nice move by Towns there.
See, reverse layup. It was just, he threw it up. Not even looking at the basket. His back was turned. effective nonetheless. Miles strong in the basket. He's fouled as he goes up. A couple of Cisco free throws coming up.
Foul is on number 11, Kendorian Towns of the Panthers.
Kendorian Towns' first 2 points of the game. Not his best outing. Of course, he had a really good game in the semifinals, hit the eventual game-winning 3 for them, 4 or 5 from 3 in the second half for Southside, but just not his day-to-day.
Jeremy Arant talking about this group of young men and how special they are because of their willingness to sacrifice for each other. That selfless attitude. And that's usually a really, really good starting ingredient for the kind of success they're enjoying at MA. To be fair, what Andre Johnson's doing at Southside-Selma.
Yeah, and when you think about the fact that almost 50% of that Montgomery Academy team is built up in freshmen and sophomores, I mean, they really are establishing themselves for a nice little potential dynasty there. But, yeah, the maturity that they've shown throughout this run is pretty impressive.
Certainly impressive what they've been able to do today. It was that selfless, tenacious defense, distribution of the basketball, finding their teammates, and that's why they find themselves 2 minutes away from more hardware. Long 3. Very good. Played by Montgomery Academy's Rob Ashworth.
And Ashworth, one of only 2 seniors for this Montgomery Academy squad. A nice way to finish out his career.
Guys don't get as much time. They want to see him fired up. Collision, Caleb Miles hit the deck. Javian Gibson. Number
22, Caleb Miles for the line, shooting 2.
Cisco free throw for Caleb Miles. 4 points on the afternoon. 2 of 5 now from the free throw line. I'm not really sure, I'll be honest, who number 24 is, except for his name, Harris Armstrong, but the crowd loves the fact that he just got in the game.
Yeah, I guess they're thinking, hey, we're emptying the bench. Everybody gets the opportunity to say they hit the hardwood for a championship game. He's one of their freshmen.
We'll know who he is, right? Jabari Burton also checking in. A freshman, 5'10" guard, wearing number 32. Gibson, why not? It's your time to shine, kid. Heave it up. Once again, successful on the 3. Gibson again, yes, sir. Harris Armstrong. And Burton tried the 3. And a foul on the rebound.
Foul number 30, the Panthers. Stepping to the line.
Ashworth attempts 2 Cisco free throws. Smiles on the MA bench. We're 1 minute, 7 seconds away from the celebration. Ashworth, to the delight of his classmates. Your classmates ever cheer for you like that?
They were supposed. How about it?
Sure. I would hope so. 67-36. Under 1 minute to play in this 3A Boys State Championship. Green misses everything. Now Renfro. The starters still on the floor. I think that's high design. Now Gibson. Can he fire up another one? Yes, sir. Really pulling for number 30 in red to make one.
He's determined, if nothing else, to get some points on the board.
He's going to be jealous. His teammate, Damon Hatcher, junior guard, knocks it down from the other side of the arc. Racing to pick it up. Harris Armstrong, who we mentioned, is going to throw it out. Champions again, Montgomery Academy runs it back for his 3A championship. Celebrations are so much fun, and in the agony of defeat, Montgomery Academy taking a blue mat back to Montgomery. Awards and hardware come your way next.
There's power in the simplest of actions, like one neighbor helping another, where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything to the electric cooperatives of Alabama, and we're grateful for your trust to provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on. Your Alabama Electric Cooperatives, empowering lives, empowering communities.
Alabama leads the nation with something no other state has, an accredited technical college dedicated to helping justice-involved students build real futures. Students earn industry credentials and learn hands-on skills in the state's most in-demand fields: welding, HVAC, automotive, machining, and more. Because when people gain skills, they gain a future, and Alabama gains stronger families and a more prepared workforce. J.F. Ingram State Technical College, changing futures, strengthening Alabama.
Welcome back in. The trophy presentation about to begin at 3A Boys Championship. We just saw Montgomery Academy do it again. Landrum Roberts along with Tenitra Batiste. So glad that you're with us here on this championship afternoon. Tenitra, it was early. We got a lot of Jarrett Friendly. We got the alley-oop to start things, but then it was more of his teammates. It wasn't just Friendly and Gordon. It was everybody, and that's kind of the MA way. Yeah, when you start this game doubling up and then some on your opponent, that kind of tells the tale of the day. Like you said, just about everybody who touched the ball for Montgomery Academy scored. They had 3 players in double figures, but it was really holding Southside to 6 points in the first quarter and then another 8 in the second quarter that told the tale of their defense leading the offense. Meanwhile, Southside-Selma, their head coach Andre Johnson, he knew if his Panthers were going to hang around, make this a 4-quarter game, he had to have production from a guy that he's been getting production from all season long, a guy who had 19 points, and Amari Towns that just didn't get it. We send it to our PA announcer for the awards.
Awards will be presented by members of the AHSAA staff. Also assisting is Central Board member Holly Sutherland from District 8. Central Board member Trent Trawick from District 2, William King from Coca-Cola, and Trent Massey from Future Ones. The AHSAA would like to congratulate both head coaches, their teams, and staff on an amazing 2026 season. To commemorate this incredible year, each head coach will receive an official Wilson Championship basketball. Presenting this year's championship basketballs is the director of the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association, Mr. J.T. Lawrence. And assisting him is Trent Massey with Future Ones. First, from Southside, head coach Andre Johnson. Now, from Montgomery Academy, head coach Jeremy Arant. Join us in congratulating both head coaches for an incredible season. Now, to present the Coca-Cola All-Tournament Team and Most Valuable Player Awards are Assistant Directors of the AHSAA, Mrs. Tara Osborne and Mrs. Tanya Peoples. Also assisting is William King from Coca-Cola. Athletes, as your name is called, please report to center court to receive your award. From Whitesburg Christian, Trip Mason. From Montgomery Academy, Mason Ellis. From Southside, Derek Searles. From Montgomery Academy, Braden Gordon. From Southside, Armari Towns. From Montgomery Academy, Jarrett Friendly. And now the 2026 Most Valuable Player for the Class 3A State Championship game. From Montgomery Academy, Braden Gordon. Let's hear it for your 2026 Class 3A All-Tournament Team and MVP. At this time, we ask that you please welcome Central Board Member Trent Trawick from District 2, along with the Associate Executive Director of the AHSAA, Dr. Brian McRae, for the presentation of the 2026 Class 3A State Championship Runner-Up Trophy. Your 2026 runner-up, the Southside Panthers, led by head coach Andre Johnson. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, please give a warm welcome to the Executive Director of the AHSAA, Mr. Heath Harmon, along with Central Board Member Holly Sutherland from District 8, for the presentation of the 2026 Class 3A State Championship Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 Class 3A State Champions, the Montgomery Academy Eagles, led by head coach Jeremy Arendt. Congratulations to the 2026 Class 3A Boys State Champions.
ultimately, that's what you're playing for. Montgomery Academy, they have celebrated that success, that pinnacle now 2 seasons in a row. Your 2026 3A Boys State Champions. Landon Roberts continuing here courtside inside of Legacy Arena. Along with my broadcast partner, Tanitra Batiste. Braden Gordon, no big surprise, MVP, did exactly what he was advertised to do. The bad news for everyone else other than MA fans is Braden Gordon, he's not a senior. Yeah, he's a junior.
Yeah, that's the scariest part. And a junior who had a double-double today, 16 points, 11 boards, a junior that you showed the stats for. The guy has 5 offers from basketball and also a football offer from Alabama in addition to a basketball offer from Alabama. And he's just getting started.
Not too bad, right?
Not bad at all.